Welcome back, everyone. This is a live post-market market movers session. We'll be going over live charts. We'll go over the scanners. We'll go over what we find here in the post-market, looking for something with high volume and preferably with low float. Right now, we're taking a look at Apple. AAPL. If you guys are on Discord, this is live in our live voice channel. And if you're on YouTube, this will be a live stream going over my charts. Going to get this link out and we'll get started in just a minute. So we did a pre-market session this morning, and we did really well early on in the pre-market, and that's what locked in our profit for the day. Profit protection mode was on, and I'm happy to say so because the market hours was pretty slow overall. So getting this in chat, and feel free to share this with other traders, as this is free educational content going over live strategy, live trades, possibly taking trades, but this is not buy or sell alerts. This is day trading education. So feel free to share this with your fellow traders. So let's get started. I've got Apple up on the screen on YouTube. You guys are taking a look at this. The reason I have Apple here is because we've got a new channel. We've got a new channel listed as large cap alerts, and we got an alert this morning, our very first alert in this channel. We had channels similar to this, but we made a separate channel just recently for these new alerts. 172 says, be careful shorting here. Reference a chart 172.36, and that's why we're taking a look here at Apple. 172.36 hit a high so far of 173.96 and a low of 171.45. So not a bad little bounce here on Apple, and this was right at market open. That was at 9:27 a.m. Eastern time. So that's pretty cool. So let's see if we can find anything low float. So I've got EJH with the key level spotter here. This is a new indicator that we have. This is the key level spotter that is really just looking for commonly traded levels that a lot of traders would be using, as well as predicting the future. So we have got the bounce watch and short watch predictor, which is really cool, and it's designed to find where the bounce may happen, where the short may happen, right? So it's kind of predicting the future. So we'll take a look at this during this session as well. So going to be listening to the scanners. It is 4 o'clock and 5 seconds. So now we're looking for, we're looking for volume in the market. Today we had a few runners. We had INM was a runner this morning. And these levels that you see here are different than the key level spotter. This is confirmation. So these are different levels that I mark out in the morning. If I look to the left-hand side, we hit a peak up here around 208, and we struggled to get through that cluster of resistance, and we tapered all the way back down here. And I know you see all these different alerts, which are different signals and whatever. But what you can see here is it's just dying out. We've got a couple of little buy zone alerts here, and we get a little pop from there, but it's a cheapo, and it's going back to cheapo land, which is not really what we want to see, but that's what's happening. So INM, this was a nice win in the pre-market session. I took 45% on a lottery ticket on this one. So that's basically after I'm in the profit. I like to sell around 75%, 90, sometimes even 95%, and just hold a small sliver to get a little extra something on the trade there. And I call that a lotto, and it worked out really well on INM this morning. Was in out before the pre-market was over at 9:30, and that was awesome. Hearing Yosh, I believe I'm hearing. Is that right? Yosh? Maybe I'm hearing that wrong. Let's take a look on the key level spotter. So YOSH, Yosh, I think that's what the scanner is yelling at us. So another cheapo here moving. We've got the key level spotter. We have a lot of key levels here. Short watch. We've got a 200-day EMA at 87 cents. Let me mark this on another chart, and we'll get the key levels out as well. So this is the key level spotter here, which will adjust with the price and volume. You can see it's very extended. Doesn't mean it won't continue. It's a cheapo. Could just blow the doors off depending on if it has the type of news that it needs to, or if it has the volume. Right now, seeing low volume. So we want to see yellow and white candles. So have the key levels now on Yosh. This is a cheapo. And I'll share this with everyone. This is the confirmation key levels. So if you're looking to trade confirmation, these are those key levels. So close over this area here, cluster 89 cents is worth watching for a move to 99 cents. Will this be A plus? No, it will not be A plus. This is a cheapo. So we've been talking about cheapos pretty much all week, but this chart is coming in chat. And I've got BRSH, another cheapo. Let's go ahead and open this up on a separate scan or a separate channel. Let's see, BRSH. So BRSH hitting the scanner. This one is marked. This is another cheapo. Go figure, right? So getting these levels out to our team. You guys can see those over 75 cents. If we can get up to 70, 75 cents and close over, maybe it's got a little something there. But this is another cheapo, so it will not be A plus. And that means that I have to reduce my size. So if you ever hear me say it's not high quality, it's not A plus, well then what that means is I need to reduce my size, tighten up my stop loss. Here in the post-market session, that would be a mental stop loss. You can't have a hard stop on your order. At least I can't. And so in which case you want to have a tight mental stop loss. So maybe if I'm in this trade, I'd have my stop right at 49 cents, right? I know we may get stopped out, especially in these cheapos, but in my opinion, better safe than sorry. Looking for targets above, there's 64 cents. That's our first target. Next is 70 cents. Has a bullish vertical trend. It is extended. It's getting a little volume here. Yellow candles letting us know that there is volume on this name, BRSH. And I'm seeing a 1.4 million share float on BRSH, 1.4 million share float. So this one's hitting the scanner. 70 cents would be target for anyone who's in. Start to come under 50 cents. There is room for concern. Already hit that 64 cent level. The high is 68 cents. 2 more cents to that target. 70 cents and 75 cents. No position for myself. Seeing a major red candle here. Negative 8% pullback. And this is something to expect on these cheapos. Target would be 70 cents. Let's see what it does on BRSH. 70 cents would be a target. Start to come under this level, there's room for concern. So if I was in this position, this is where my stop would be. And again, this is a mental stop. Not in this position, no trades here in the post-market session for me yet. I may take a trade, but this would be a risk it for the biscuit. This would definitely not be high quality in my opinion, but low quality trades can still give you high quality results, but I don't want to trade them all the same as they're not all the same. So BRSH needs to hold above that 64 cent level. 70 cents is the target. Start to come under 50 cents. There's room for concern, right? Closed over this level, held, bounced off, almost filled the gap to 70 cents. So far, 68 cents is the high. We're looking for 70 cents here as a target. Again, if we start to come under that 50 cents, though, that's it. That's all she wrote. We bail on the trade. Now, let me see if there's something that's a reason why this is moving. So today is the 24th. I'm not seeing any news on BRSH, but luckily for our strategy, it does not require news. So it's confirmation. We look for a clean close over a key level. We assess each one of these trades. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green bars in a row. That's a bullish vertical trend. You can see these red flags. Pullback would make sense. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but would I throw the kitchen sink at this close over? No, I would not. Would I throw the kitchen sink at a cheapo? No, I would not. So regardless, though, the strategy remains the same. Needs to hold above 50 cents. Target would be 70 cents. No position for myself at this time. Who's in this trade? I'm going to pull up the YouTube chat as well. So if you guys are in there, I'll see you in the chats. No position for myself here in the post-market session. It was a pretty quiet day overall. Yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. Yeah, it was a pretty quiet session today. You can see it closed under the 64 cents. Needs to stay over 50 cents. That's all it needs to do. Stay over 50 cents. Target would be 70 cents. If anyone were in from this close over here, we're looking at about a 27% gap. So that would be a really nice fill if anyone got in over here. But if it starts to come down, like I said, you could see a 8 to 10% loss pretty quickly. No position for myself, not in love with this setup, but that being said, it's really all that I see on the scanners. I hear ONDS, another cheapo. Another cheapo ONDS hitting the scanners as well. You can see a little bit of volume, yellow candle. All right, this is the key level spotter here. I don't see anything. There's a 4-hour 200 EMA at 73 cents. So maybe that's reaching for a high goal there. 1 hour 200 EMA here at 49 cents. So she should see some pressure here in this 50-cent level. We'll see what it does. Keeping an eye on BRSH as it needs to stay above that level. Dying out in volume, but still has a little bit of volume. Needs to stay above this level. Anything under this 50-cent mark, that's it. There's room for concern. Hey, Karma. Yeah, same here. Same here for now. Not really worthy of my trade, I don't think. I don't want to give back profit on the day, that's for sure. But that being said, like I've mentioned before, low quality setups can give high quality results. We just want to approach it differently. So the way I'm approaching now is just sitting out of the trade altogether. And doesn't mean that it's not going to go up. I hope it does. I'd like to see some bullish action here in our pre-market, or excuse me, our post-market session. Pre-market was hot. We got a really nice lotto on that INM, but it didn't really do much throughout the day. BRSH getting a little bit of volume here. That's what we want to see. 70 cents would be a target. Start to come under 50 cents. There's room for concern. We're looking for target up here, right? Here's 70 cents. Let me put a little price tag so everyone can see that. That's what we're looking for. I'd like to see it close over 75 cents so we can get that continuation. And it looks like it's going to really fizzle out here. It's got a topping tail. Yellow candle telling us it does have some volume. Not a whole lot of volume, but some. Here we go. BRSH curling up a little bit here. We want to see 70 cents. And this would be a risk it for the biscuit, right? This would not be an A+ setup. This would be one of those setups that I do not want to throw the kitchen sink at. Right, Karma, same here. Yeah, Karma just said that I'm not in it. It should go crazy. Yeah, I agree with that. That's how I feel too. I'm not in it. Typically, that's when they like to get real hot. We'll see what it does. I hope it does. Like I said, really would love to see it get up here to a price that I like trading, which would be over $1. Stocks under $1. I'm not a huge fan of trading, and if I do, I have to reduce my size. So we'll keep an eye on it. Right now, it's the only thing hitting the scanners. Seen a few prints on there, but I don't think that I think they're wonky prints. So BRSH is still our best bet. If we're looking for continuation and bullish momentum, I guess this is our best bet right here. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'm not going to put my money on it, but that being said, it needs to just stay above that 50-cent mark. So if it fits your risk profile and your strategy, then go for it. But if it doesn't, then stick to what works. Consistency is king. It is key. Snap has a very high flow on Snap. SNAP. Let's pull it up on the key level spotter. Not going to mark this chart. ONDS kind of died out on us. So Snap is getting a pop, but I'm seeing a 1 billion share flow on Snap. So I don't think I'll be watching this one, but there's a pop on Snap, almost like it's a low float, all the way from a low of 888 up to a high of 1207. Snap, SNAP. No position for myself at this time. No trades here in the post market. SNAP, watching this one, even though it's a huge float, so I don't think I'll be trading that. Looks like a stock repurchase up to 500 million on Snap. No position for myself. I think I'll sit out of this one, as this is very high float, but that's a pretty big move, right, guys? That's a 20% candle on that news. 20% right there. That is that's like a low float. Yeah, I appreciate that, Big Ernest. Yeah, we're looking into that. No position for myself at this time. No trades here in the post-market session. BRSH, you're our best bet. Give us something. Give us something. I don't have anything on the scanners right now that's worth watching. Snap has a huge float, so I won't be trading that, but it does have the volatility. Lately, what's been happening is we have volatility, but we don't have volume. So that's a big problem. So we're seeing these major spikes in price action, and everything looks tradable, but unfortunately, without the volume, that's my number one personal rule: no volume, no trade. Otherwise, I have to really cut my size down, and that's okay. But then you're not as confident being aggressive in these orders. NVVE, let me take a look. We'll take a look at the key level spotter. So this one's coming down to that stop loss area. So if I was sticking to the plan, I was in that position. That was something I would definitely be concerned with. NVVE, another cheapo here. Getting some volume. Not bad. Has some volume on NVVE. You know, I don't trade stocks under $1, and I have we have scanners that are looking for cheapos like this, but for me, I typically stay out of them. I don't really start watching them until they get closer to the $0.50, and then even then, I won't really trade them till they get over $1. But that is more of a personal rule for myself, though. But everyone is different. So if you're consistently trading cheapos and making consistent profit, then that's awesome. Stick to what works. For me, what works is trading stocks over $1 and closer to $1 anyways. But NVVE, good call. That one is moving on. It does look like it has volume too. So there's volume there. So you can see these white candles, yellow candles. So if you're looking for volume, it's over here right now, which is kind of typical. Our post-market and our pre-market, it seems like cheapos have been really taking the cake lately. So BRSH, we're still watching this one to possibly get up to that 70-cent level. If it starts to come under the 50-cent level, that's all she wrote. And guess what? Guess what, guys? Guess what it is today? Taco Tuesday. We've got Taco Tuesday with the family, and very much looking forward to that. I think my wife is making steak fajitas or something with steak. I saw a steak. So she may try to hide it from me, but I saw it, so I'm pretty excited. Sitting back here, BRSH moving on very little volume. You can see that yellow candles. If we see red, green candles, that means low volume. We see yellow candles, that's really the required volume that we need here in the post-market session to even take a trade, at least. Otherwise, it is a complete risk for the biscuit. Even with that yellow candle, it's still a high risk in my opinion. Like to see those white candles. That's our breakout volume. That means we have a lot of volume, and that's what we're looking for typically. But does not mean we're going to get it. So no position for myself at this time. No trades here in the post-market session. NVVE called out in the YouTube live section. We've got it kind of pulling back here, which again, these major reds are pretty common on cheapos, guys. So don't be too discouraged if you see these major reds, because again, that's pretty common. This is a negative 11% candle, and this candle here has almost 400,000 shares on it. So there's a lot of liquidity, a lot of volume here. It's not moving the price a whole lot, but hey, a penny or two on a cheapo like this equates to a decent percentage gain. But again, I'll sit out. No position for myself. BRSH looks like it's dead, guys. Looks like it's going to be hitting this stop loss area, and that's going to be pretty much all she wrote, right? But no position for myself here in the post-market session. We are in profit protection mode. We did really well this morning. INM paid us off. ASTI was a flat trade for me on the red side, and then we took INM, and it was a beauty. That was in our pre-market live session this morning on YouTube as well as in Discord. I stream in Discord every day from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, just going over these charts, what we see, my trades. It is not buy and sell alerts. I can't stress that enough. This is day trading education. This is me going over what works for me, my strategy, and how I found success in this market, and hopefully that can help others. I think it can. It has helped plenty, but I think it can help a lot of traders out there. So BRSH, we are watching paint dry right now in this spooky, scary October session here, this post-market session where we're just trying to find some kind of volume, but the volume has just ran away, right? We've got nothing. We've got NVVE is had the volume here, but it's pulling back on some lower volume candles and pretty massive pullback. But again, this is to be expected on cheapos. So for all I know, this thing a gap back up and it'll hit 23 cents, 25 cents, and hopefully even higher than that, and give us some kind of continuation here in the pre-market session. No traders are out there trading as far as I can see. Let's see if Snap's doing anything. Big old Snap. Snap's got a 1 billion share float, so I won't be trading it. Look, there's a lot of volume on Snap. Looks almost like an acquisition, doesn't it? It's a share repurchase program, but it looks like it's an acquisition. Pop up, fade right. It's got this big old flag. I think a lot of large cap traders be jumping on that type of setup, but not for me. I think I'll sit out. We get stopped out here on our mock trade. This is going to be our post-market mock trade right here. I'm not in this position, no position for myself, no trades here in the post-market session. I'm not feeling these cheapos, just not doing it. Won't do it, can't do it. It's not where I find my consistency. It's not where I've discovered longevity here in this market. So watching BRSH, it's got to stay over 50 cents. Just got to hold that $0.50. Come on now. Hold 50 cents, get a volume burst, get back up there to 70 cents and give everyone what they're looking for. If we were to get this here, we get a bounce off this level, we'd be looking at 37, 38 cents. So if this is going to work, it's do or die right here. If we start to come under, that's it. And guys, we can't have a hard stop here in the post market. So you got to have a mental stop loss, which means you got to babysit your trade and keep your finger on the hotkey to sell the bid and possibly sell the bid minus increments, because it can get pretty nasty, which unfortunately you typically will deal with some slippage on this lower volume type of drop. But we're hoping for the best, but we won't trade hope, will we? So close over 75 cents up here is what we want to see for continuation. That's up here, 75 cents. And until then, we're not bullish or bearish. It's not really bearish until it closes or comes under 50 cents. That's when we have room for concern. That's when we say, that's it, throw in the towel. This thing is done. It's dead meat, and it's dead to us, and we are not trading it, moving on to something else, right? So sitting back, watching BRSH. No position for myself here in the post-market session. No trades. And no trades pretty much through the market hours. We did really well this morning in pre-market session. Locked that in, didn't give it back. Proud to say profit protection mode is on Tuesday. We did well yesterday. It was a small trade yesterday. Small red trade to start the day today on the flat side, but regardless red. And then was able to go from red to green with a really nice lotto on INM. And if anyone watches that pre-market session, you'll notice that the INM trade, it was still not high quality. And that's what I mean. Low quality results or low quality trades and setups can still give you high quality results. It's just, I will not treat them all the same. So I can't throw the kitchen sink at it, right? So if I typically trade 10,000 shares and I see a low quality setup, well, maybe I don't want to throw 10,000 shares at it. Maybe I want to reduce that to 5,000, 2,500, 1,000, 500, whatever it may be, where I feel comfortable, where if it goes against me, I take a loss, it's not going to beat me up too bad, right? So lower quality setups can give high quality results, but at the same time, lower quality setups require adjustments, in my opinion, in my experience. So no position for myself at this time. Watching BRSH. I think the paint's almost dry. So we are watching this completely dry out on us. I don't think that I hear anything on the scanners. We're watching Snap, which is a 1 billion share float, which is just a crapshoot. BRSH, which has no volume and is under $1, another crapshoot there. INM, well, you just kind of fizzled out and died on us, so there's nothing there to watch. What else did we have? We had ONDS. What else? NVVE, right? NVVE, there we go. Getting a little bit of a little curl action here. I hope it gets some volume. Something needs some volume here, because I'm not seeing any in our post-market session. We've got about 8 minutes, guys. I'll be hanging out until about 8 minutes. 4:30. Gonna get downstairs. It's Taco Tuesday. Gonna enjoy some family time. I'm not sure what we'll watch together, but we'll eat some tacos, enjoy our time, and shut it down for the night. Enjoy life and be back to trading in the pre-market session where's my favorite time to trade. Love to trade in the pre-market session. We have first dibs on stocks that are moving up. So when they first hit the scanners, we've got scanners designed to find those stocks, and we find them fast, and we know how to trade them and mitigate risk, which is most important when we're trading low float stocks. Oh man, look at this, guys. The volume is so low that we no longer see candles. They're just disappearing on us at this point, right? It's like magic, right? They're just disappearing because where's the volume? Well, it's not here. I'm hearing it on INM. INM getting a pop. There we go. There's some life in INM. Someone must have been watching and decided, you know what? I'm going to give some volume out there. Let's throw it into INM, which has been fading off pretty much all day, just giving those short bounce watch alerts. You can see the INM hit a high of 208. So 208 is the high on INM. So if you're looking for continuation, well, it has to close over $2.08 before we can see continuation. As we can see, this is not going to be continuation. Ooh, BRSH, guys, I hear it. I hear it. BRSH, are we going to get what we've been looking for? Come on now. Get your butt up there. There we go. A little pop. Came down, tested 52 cents, it looks like. A little bit of volume here. I think that's maybe it's just tapering off. We need to see it bounce up to 70 cents. We're getting a little bit of volume here, a little bit of a bounce. That's great. Again, start to come under 50 cents. That's all she wrote. We are just going to move on and stop watching the paint dry. So it looks like the paint is drying up here, and it looks like there's some action on BRSH. Notice that we took BRSH off the screen for just a minute, and it got some volume. Let's try that again. Ready? There we go. Look at that. Look at that, guys. So I think we just found something, right? We just take BRSH off of the screen and look away or make it look like we're looking away for just a minute and then look back real quick. And sure enough, we're getting a volume pop here on BRSH. Hopefully it holds up. We're looking for this to continue. 70 cents would be the mark. Again, guys, from here, this would be a 36% move. 36%. That's why cheapos are so amazing if you're on the right side of the trade. But again, it's hard to find consistency trading cheapos. Here we go. BRSH getting a pop, 60 cents off the 52 cent level. It's grinding here, getting a little bit of volume. I think it's probably because there's nothing else moving. So everything else is kind of dying out on us. Ready? Look away. Look back. Okay, nothing. All right, let's try it again. Look away and look back. Okay, well, we're not getting that volume burst. I guess maybe that doesn't work. Again, these cheapos, hard to find some consistent strategy, right? Hard to find a strategy that is ultimately consistent and focuses on mitigating risk. So cheapo here needs to hold above 50 cents. We've had the stop loss down here forever. It's pretty much the only thing moving on our scanners. If we pull the scanners up, what do we see? BRSH, BRSH, BRSH. So we know exactly what to be watching, right? So we are watching. We're looking for that volume. Here it is, 60 cents. Come on, get a pop. We want to see 70 cents on BRSH. If we get that over 30% here, this is our post-market mock trade. We're looking for a 35% move. But of course, we know 64 cents is resistance as well. So we want to see a clean close over that, but we'll see what happens. We've got some volume here on BRSH. Slow and steady. Right here, BRSH, slow and steady. No position for myself at this time. No trades here in the post-market session. This is my mock trade here. We've got a small pop BRSH. Uh-oh. Better not get back to paint drying. It's the only thing giving us kind of some kind of life here in the post-market session. Now, when we see this this move like this, wouldn't be bad to have a little breather. We just don't want to see those knives, right? We don't want to see that typical knife that we see on these cheapos. So a little breather, a couple red candles would make sense. Want to see it hold up and continue. Where's our target? 70 cents. Mock trade here. This is not. I'm not in this position, guys. We're mock trading this. as this is a cheapo, and I do love stocks over $1, and I don't love stocks under $1. It is 4:27 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be hanging out for another couple minutes here until it's time for me to get to Taco Tuesday and enjoy some family time. But I do appreciate everyone hanging out with me here in the YouTube live session as well as Discord live and going over these post-market movers. Not seeing anything that's worthy of our hard-earned cash, right? At least not mine right now. I'll tell you though, if this goes up 35%, that would be a nice little sweet deal. But sitting out for now. BRSH is going sideways here. We're looking for a volume pop up to 70 cents. That's where target would be. Has to hold above 50 cents. Stop loss areas right there. So we've got our plan, right? So if I just took this, cloned it, right? And added up here and put this in green so it's easy to see. And I guess we'll change the text inside of it to black, make it easier to see. And we'll call this the profit target, right? So that's how I would be trading this right now. So I'd be looking at this. Now I would scale out into this zone right here, which is the 64 cents. So if we're lucky enough to hit 64 cents, well, I'd take some profit, because if you take a look at this, if I move this out of the way and you're getting filled in this area, then you're looking at about 18%. So that's not a bad trade there to lock in some profit. But again, typically I trade reduced size, tighten up those stop loss, especially mental stop loss here in the post-market session. And when I do so, I look for bigger moves. So sometimes if I take a smaller size, maybe I'm looking for a bigger move, and as the price moves up, so does my stop loss. So maybe I adjust the stop loss with the price as we get a little price action and volume. No position for myself at this time. No trades here in the post-market session. Traded this morning, INM, in our pre-market live session on YouTube and in Discord, and we did really well, 45% on that lottery pick. We had ourselves a nice move to our target area, scaled out of profit, held a lotto, and let it grind, and it did grind for us. So that was really cool. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get another one just like it. Look at that. BRSH got its breather. It's getting a pop now. That's what we wanted to see, right? Come on now. Get up to 70 cents. I think I'll hang out here for a few more minutes and see what happens. Again, if we start to come under 50 cents, that's it. That's room for concern. This is our area of concern. So if I move this over and we move this over, this is what we're looking at, right? Hearing NVOS, another cheapo. NVOS, another cheapo on the scanners. Go figure. Let's see how this one looks. NVOS, key level spotter. Here's volume. NVOS, 35 cents, 36 cents, getting a pop. NVOS, lots of volume here, seeing over 600,000 shares on this candle. NVOS is showing a 146 million share float on NVOS. This one is moving here closer to the $0.50 mark, marking this on a separate chart. Here's 37 cents. All right, I've got this one marked. NVOS is coming through the chat. I think we can take off this one, NVOS. All right, so this is a cheapo. We've got a cluster of resistance up to 40 cents. Close over 40 cents is worth watching for continuation. And we have a pretty massive gap above that. So we're going to send this in chat. All the way up to $1. NVOS updated. So basically what we're seeing on this chart is we're seeing a cluster of resistance. So after we mark these levels, we can see that we have a cluster of resistance. So close over 40 cents is worth watching for continuation. Target would then be 47 cents and the $0.50 mark at 50 cents, which sounds pretty familiar from BRSH. And now that we have a second runner here, another cheapo, of course, but with a lot of volume, it's going to take away attention from BRSH. So we'll see what NVOS does here. And this is the key level spotter. This is the confirmation levels. Close over 40 cents is what we want to see for continuation. 47 cents would be the high or the target. And this is not for me. Another cheapo. So NVOS cheapo here. BRSH, cheapo, dying out in volume. It's it's feeling a little neglected here. We just had NVOS just steal the limelight. So looks like a stop out. It's coming here soon on BRSH. No position for myself at this time. This is my post-market mock trade. Looks like it's going to die out. That's okay. I'll sit out. No position for myself. Not in love with trading stocks under $1. Cannot stress that enough. This is the key level spotter. This is the confirmation levels. Close over 40 cents on NVOS is what we want to see for continuation right here. It's got the volume. This candle had on its first spike here 900,000 shares, 500,000 shares, almost 350,000 shares, and then we're seeing a pullback. So close over 40 cents. Again, this is a cluster of resistance, right? So if we just measure this out, cluster of resistance, there we go. I need to change this so it's easier to see. And there we go. And probably make it to its to the front. I don't know why I have to do this all the time. All right. Cluster of resistance there. It needs to get over. Close above is bullish. Close below is bearish. BRSH. How you making out over here, buddy? 920 fail. That's a bad signal. Dropping here. I think that's all she wrote, guys. I think we'd be stopped out on that wick. So no position for myself. Mock trade has been stopped out. I'm just happy that I did not trade real money because this is a low quality setup. I'm in profit protection mode and decided to sit on my hands, and they are warm. Guys, I appreciate you guys joining here in the post-market session. Going to be shutting it down now. We'll look for new stock selection there tomorrow morning in the pre-market session. I'll be live in Discord from probably around 6:30, 7 o'clock, and possibly earlier. But hope everyone has a great night. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me here in the post-market session, and hopefully some volume comes. I'm going to turn around now, and that's when the volume will arrive. So, guys, I appreciate your time. Hope you have a great night, and I'll see you in the morning.